Hey guys, Joe here from Sane Mystic. I take complex spiritual and esoteric concepts and make them both accessible and useful to everyday people. So if that sounds like something you would like more of, go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe down below. And today, I just wanted to talk for a few minutes about a question that I've been asked several times. And that is, how do I feel about the use of drugs in attaining higher levels of consciousness? So it's kind of a double-edged sword, and this is just my personal take on it, so you can take it or leave it for what it's worth. But I feel like under certain circumstances, under the proper guidance, and in the context of a certain system, ideally, certain compounds may be useful as a gateway. And we're talking about things like peyote, ayahuasca, ketamine, maybe marijuana in some circumstances as well, DMT. So all of these kinds of things may serve as a gateway, though if you're going into it with no knowledge and no guidance, you're probably not going to have a good time in terms of attaining higher levels of consciousness. And the reason I say that is because when you go into a higher level of consciousness that way, or even just a different level of consciousness, if you're doing it without that guidance and that preparation, you may be in that state for a time, but you're not going to have control. You're likely not going to have stable consciousness, which is, to me, what you really need in those higher states or those other states to really make any good use of them from a spiritual perspective. So for me personally, this is just for me. I have never used a substance to attain any level of consciousness that I ever have in the past. And that includes, lucid dreams, out-of-body experiences, kind of like high alpha, low theta states. I've only ever just used breath work and meditation for those things. And part of that is because I'm not personally a big drugs guy. And the other part of it is I've never really had access to guidance or a system that employed those types of things. So for me, I'm kind of a combination of Western esoteric Golden Dawn style practice and Eastern, like Tibetan dream yoga type practice. Like, those are the crux of my practice. And neither of those things, to the best of my knowledge, as part of the systems, really involve using substances. So, do I think it can be done? Sure, I think it can be done. I mean, I've been around in the space long enough to have seen people do it. But I would also say to be careful, even if you do have that guidance, because I think that past a certain point, even if they can serve as a gateway to get you into those states of consciousness, they will eventually become a crutch. What they're doing for you is nothing that you can't learn to do for yourself with proper training and proper practice. So this is something we can talk more about in a future video, or if you guys have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. But thanks for listening. Bye.